Om Shanti. A very pleasant morning to everyone, and a heartfelt good morning once again. Today is a uniquely significant Thursday, and we will invite our beloved Baba with profound love and reverence. Following this, we will present our intentions and objectives to Baba, sharing with him the goals behind engaging with this Murli, which is his sacred teaching. Blessings, and as Baba often mentions, everything we have received, including his offerings and benedictions, is encapsulated in this divine education. What is the goal of my life? What is the goal of this education? One is to become a deity, but which deity to become? That is what you need to find out, and Baba has already given the answer. So Baba, I want to revise that ultimate goal in front of me. At this current time, whatever is necessary for my spiritual advancement, I humbly ask you to adorn me with those precious gems of knowledge. I solemnly pledge to embody them in my life. With this heartfelt intention, we shall call upon Baba and then receive his teachings. Om Shanti. Yesterday we delved into the basic elements of ABCD and explored the profound significance of each component. It was generally fine, but there were some aspects that didn't work for X, Y, or Z. It was correct to extract the Murli, but what we sent to you in it. Life has presented us with these strategies, and after carefully formulating them, we made sure to share them with you all. So it's not that sending the Murli is incorrect. However, if it is not available in Hindi, preparing and sending it in English is a smart approach. When we combine everything with a bit of creativity, it turns out much better, don't you agree? All right, so today is March 6th, 2025, and these are the divine teachings that Baba has spoken to us. It felt very good. Sweet children, just as you souls have been blessed with this body-like throne, it is truly a divine gift. Just as you souls have been granted this body as a throne, in a similar manner, you are also seated with dignity on this Dada's throne. Similarly, the Father is also seated on this Dada's throne, because he does not have a throne of his own to sit on. Baba does not have his own throne, which is why he is seated on Dada's throne. And what about us? We are also considered the throne. What we have is also this throne. I would highly recommend that everyone incorporates this concept into their practice. Today I am referring to the throne, which signifies the place where I, the soul, am seated. There is a well-known saying in the outside world that goes, wherever a king or a lion chooses to sit, that place itself transforms into a throne. The king does not need a separate throne. So Baba has described this throne. Therefore, we will focus our meditation on the honor that God has bestowed upon us. The lion's throne signifies the seat of a lion. So what did Baba say to me, the soul? He called me a lion cub. Thus this throne is composed of virtues, and it is not easily formed. How does one create such a throne? It requires sacrifices. Sacrifice is made for the throne. One has to make sacrifices for the throne. Disciplines are required for the throne. For a throne, certain principles must be followed. If the kings did not adhere to these things, they would not be remembered. Baba is saying that this body is like a throne for the soul, and you should practice meditation on it. I, the soul, am seated on the throne, which symbolizes the adherence to divine principles and the eternal values that guide our spiritual journey with unwavering commitment and dedication. The seat of divine principles. The throne of divine powers is essentially the throne that encompasses all the divine treasures and blessings bestowed upon us by the Almighty. It represents the throne of divine principles and virtues. By following God's commands, we create this throne. By adhering to divine principles, we establish this throne. Begin by creating a comprehensive list. You can extract insights from the Murli as well. Today's Murli includes a detailed list of the virtues Baba has emphasized. When practicing meditation on divine principles, the question arises about creating a throne of these principles. What is the sign of those children who always remember their divine parent? If I am a child of God, then the truth of those children will be that they follow one Father. This is the throne of divine love, and one principle will be this: God loves those whom He loves. There are many thrones in this world, but whom does He love? Therefore God, this throne of love, ensures that His children will never engage in disputes or conflicts. This is the second throne of the divine institution. The highest divine institution is also significant. Just a few days ago, even the Supreme Being. So God's children will never fight or quarrel. They can never have a corrupt vision. When Brahmakumaris and Kumaris, that is, brothers and sisters, come together, impure vision cannot arise. Those who are children of God, their vision, one is a negative vision. A negative vision means a physical vision. However, immediately after that, we often begin to observe and scrutinize the behavior of others. Observing incorrect behavior, engaging in wrong actions, and discussing negative matters. Yesterday we received a message about this. In that message, Brother Ji conveyed through the Murli that even praising someone based on their behavior is considered a major sin. Leaving aside the intermediary, if you feel that someone can give you a suggestion, then it is okay to take it. But you suggest it just because you find it amusing. You've probably noticed that many people enjoy this. They take pleasure in discussing others' insignificant matters. And the concept is quite straightforward. As I always mention, those who are not engaging in any meaningful activities, they are the ones who are merely talking about others. Discussing trivial matters, talking about society, or delving into politics, these are not our subjects, dear brother. Our topic is not about that. So when you become a Brahmakumari, that is a brother or sister, you cannot engage in impure actions. Don't see anything impure. Don't listen to anything impure. Don't speak anything impure. Don't describe anything impure. Yes, inform the instrument. Be cautious if you see anything. Be cautious of it. In Brahmin life, there are aspects that can be considered both the best and the worst. What is that quality which is both the best and the worst? It is good. That same determination can help you cross over. If it is bad, it can drag you down. Baba always remembers. Which one is it? Oh, the children have become so wise and perceptive. Yes, everyone responds instantly and confidently. Their answers are truly remarkable. So, it is clear that everyone has given the correct answer, and Baba himself acknowledges that each one of your responses is indeed accurate. Yes, so you should not concentrate on the shortcomings, right? It seems you didn't pay attention to the question properly. Everyone needs to keep this in mind, and I believe that you all must have observed it as well. I have witnessed it numerous times here in Madhuban. The song beautifully conveys the idea of leaving behind the celestial throne and descending to this earthly realm, inviting all of us to join in this divine journey together. Om Shanti. Now the children know that the Father has left the throne of the sky and has now made his throne in Dada's body. They leave their thrones and come here to sit. This vast expanse of space serves as the throne for souls. Where do we reside in this element of space? We reside in the element of space, in the empty space. In the throne of souls, there exists a divine throne within the great element, where you souls used to reside without your physical bodies. The souls are on the throne of the great element, which is a place where you souls used to reside without a body, much like stars standing still in the sky, right? There, you souls used to be incredibly tiny, almost like specks. The soul cannot even be seen with a divine vision. You children also have this knowledge. Just as a star is minuscule, souls are also like tiny points of light. Now the Father has vacated his divine throne. The Father explains, I too, like you souls, have left the divine seat. You souls also relinquish your thrones and make this body your seat. So I have left the throne there and taken it here. I am seated on the throne, just as you souls are seated within your bodies. But remember this as part of your spiritual practice. I too feel the need for it, as I am constantly called upon. There's an old song that goes, someone from a distant land has arrived in a foreign country. You souls reside in a place that is both yours and Baba's. This new title refers to the supreme abode. All right, it is indeed the distant land of us souls, and it is also the land of Baba. Then you go to heaven, which is established by Baba. However, Baba himself does not come to that heaven. They themselves live beyond words in Vanaprastha, and they are not needed in heaven. They remain unaffected by both happiness and sorrow. You experience both happiness and sorrow. Baba is telling you that I am beyond these things, but you come and go in both states. Now you know that we are Brahmakumaris and Kumaris, brothers and sisters, and we should not even think of looking at each other with a critical eye. There is one kind of critical perspective that fixates on physical imperfections, and another type that constantly scrutinizes the faults and flaws within souls. Yesterday, a brother called and mentioned that he visited some centers and noticed some mismanagement at each one. So, I initially posed my question to the brother who had been conversing earlier. He had a prolonged discussion because I could hear their voices from upstairs. I only asked 2 questions, starting with how your yoga practice is going. You are doing very well, and whenever I sit in Baba's room, I become emotional. I asked another question about how much faith you have in the knowledge. He said that in 3 years, I have found everything out through reasoning and experience. He said that 80% of what Baba says is absolutely correct. I said that's the end of the discussion. You need to move forward. You know the knowledge is right. You know this Rajoga is correct. It is truly your devotion to God that makes this true. Baba has said to complete the 7-day course and then stay at home. If you find that no center is suitable for you, it's perfectly all right. You can explain your circumstances to Didi, like if you can only manage to attend on Thursdays. If you find that your condition worsens when you go somewhere, then either you must have the inner strength to simply observe and let it go unnoticed, as Baba has provided guidance on this today, or you should stay at home to avoid causing trouble for others and yourself. And I would like to request the teacher sisters who are present here to nurture each and every soul with such special care that they feel your presence and the presence of God even more than their own home. For this, you need the strength and power of meditation, and not these Brahma Bhojan parties or any other celebrations. Vibration. So Baba is saying that in any circumstance he was explaining something to me regarding the center. I told them directly. I said that by getting into all these things, I won't be there. And even if I am, I can't do it right. If you are present there and things are not going well for you, then what remains is for us to find a middle path so that both of us can be somewhat satisfied. I suggested visiting the center daily, marking your attendance, and then returning home. Do not get involved in the behavior there. Whatever disturbs you will come to an end. Each soul has its own efforts to make. Some have been on the path of knowledge for 20, 30, 40, 50, or even 60 years. If they made the effort you wish to see, then where would you be? You wouldn't even make the cut. So we must welcome them. If we couldn't do it, let them do it. Just make sure to preserve your own state. These things are not found in any scriptures. Baba is one for everyone, so all are his children. Therefore, children should not fight or quarrel among themselves. Do not fight or quarrel among yourselves. Do not incite others to fight and quarrel. We do not engage in fighting. In our organization, there is an important directive we must follow. We should not believe in any rumors or unverified statements. They were talking about you. They criticized you a lot. It was all about you. What they were saying about you was indeed accurate, and in fact they only mentioned a couple of things, which is actually less than the full picture. Don't do anything at all. Just remain silent and stay still. All right. You might be thinking, okay, what else was being said? So, where exactly did the fire start? So they will proceed to create those vibrations in the environment? All right, okay, that sounds good to me. That's their effort. I have no issues with them. We never will. It is the inherent nature of souls. Those who are not engaged in any activity are often found talking about others. Children should not fight or argue among themselves. You know that divine souls were once demonic. At this confluence age, they have become divine beings. In the golden age, they will become deity children. Children have understood this cycle. As Brahmakumaris and Kumaris, you will no longer have a negative outlook. In the golden age, there is no negative vision. Such negative vision is found in the realm of Ravan. One should not discontinue visiting the center. I have stressed the importance of finding a practical solution for this. How will you get the certificate without going to the center? You can spend time at the center, listen to the Murli and return home, practice yoga and return home. If DD assigns any service, you can return home. And you have the complete freedom to say yes or no to everything without any restrictions. All right, if you request something from DD, like wanting to attend yoga at a specific time or listen to Murli at a certain time, you can ask DD. So if DD agrees or disagrees, you should accept it gracefully. Similarly, if DD asks you to attend the Murli session at 7 o'clock, you have the option to decline if that particular time is not suitable for you. If you have the time and need to attend the exhibition for several hours, let Didi know and request her to mark your time for that specific day. And if you are unable to find the time, do not decline outright. Should Didi bring up any concerns or highlight any points, remember not to let those issues divert your attention. We must understand that soul situation. Sometimes we do not get help in service, so we need to move forward understanding everyone's situation, hidden and tranquil. You children should remember no one except the one Father. You should be most attached to the one Father. My only father is Shiva Baba, no one else. Children, now you have to go to the Shiva temple. Shiv Baba is establishing heaven. For half the cycle, it is the kingdom of Ravana, which leads to degradation. What is Ravana, and why do they burn him? No one knows. Shiv Baba also, they do not even know Shiv Baba. They dress up goddesses, worship them, and then immerse them. They make a clay lingam of Shiv Baba, worship it, and then dissolve it in the soil. Similarly, they create an effigy of Ravana and then burn it. They understand nothing. Brother, it's the same idea. You are dismantling them and integrating Ravana into it. What is the underlying idea? What is the philosophy behind it? Please explain. Why do they burn the effigy of Ravana in his kingdom? No one knows this either. Shiva Baba makes a clay lingam, even with Ravana's money, without understanding. They say, now it is Ravana's kingdom or Ram's kingdom. Ram Rajya must be established. Gandhi also wanted Ram Rajya, so this means it is Ravana's rule. Gandhi wanted Ram Rajya, so saying this means it is Ravana's rule. We need to accept this. Who resides in Ravana's rule? We are restless, so we should accept this too. Now that Ravanaji is around us, what has become of us? So what happened to our tendencies? This too should be understood. The children burned by lust in this raven kingdom are showered with divine attention by the Father. He brings welfare to all. This divine attention is happening now. If the fire is very intense, the blaze of lust is extremely powerful, so overcoming it will require time. Thus, exercise patience. Exercise patience, for sometimes it can take a considerable amount of time to truly understand and overcome thoughts related to work, anger, greed, and attachment. I haven't felt anger for the past 10 years. This is just how I am. I do not think I can manage it. I am considering giving up, or maybe this is enough for now. When you get your paycheck or there's a financial crunch at home, do you just say, oh well, we didn't get the money, let's not bother, we'll just leave it as it is? You also ask for alms, don't you? And you try to earn, and you put in effort, and you find different ways. Similarly, when certain habits are hard to change, you should put in more effort. If you're struggling with yoga, focus on your studies. If yoga isn't working, engage in deep reflection. If reflection is difficult, study with greater dedication. If studying is challenging, then write letters with care. If writing letters is tough, have meaningful conversations. If conversations are hard, sit quietly in Baba's room with a positive mindset. One after another, there are countless methods. Do not lose heart. The children who have been consumed by the flames of desire in this realm of Ravana, the Father arrives and showers them with wisdom once more. He brings well-being to all. Just like rain on parched earth brings forth grass, in the absence of the showers of wisdom, many have fallen into poverty. Remember, wisdom is not just information, it is true understanding. Now knowledge is pouring down again. You will become masters of the world. Even though you live in households, you should feel great happiness within. Even though you live a household life, you should feel great happiness within. Just like children from poor families who study and become barristers, they also sit, eat, and drink with the high and mighty. This is also mentioned in the scriptures, isn't it? Circumstances will continue. How long can you stop them? The only way is to maintain your composure. There's a storm outside. Wind is howling. This is happening. That is happening. Don't shout. Just sit. Close the window. All right. Make some tea and relax. The weather is so wonderful with the rain, isn't it? This is because I am sitting comfortably and safely in my home, which I have built very well. But for those who do not have a home, if someone is staying in a makeshift shelter made of plastic sheets or polythene, they are bound to worry. Sometimes during Amrit Vela, sometimes in the evening, sometimes something else. Then it drips from here, then from there. Isn't it amazing how the delightful fragrance of the first rain wafts in through the open window of these strong houses? Mom, let's have some tea today. Why? Because everything is already fine. Everything is okay as it was before. So we need to maintain this state. You should experience immense joy and happiness while managing your household responsibilities, even if there are some challenges and difficulties, my dear brother. These kinds of experiences come to so many people, my dear friends. There are moments when I feel like shedding tears with them. Where does all this heartache come from? It's nothing significant, just fleeting concerns. All right, my friends, my dear brothers, what should you do? There's no need to do anything drastic. Just give it some time, little by little. There are those who put in great effort and face no issues at home. They have complete support, financial security, mental peace, and are committed to their endeavors. Yet the people around them hinder their progress. They are not letting you serve or practice yoga. This is why it has happened a bit. What can be done? What can be done? Just sit quietly. Do what you can to stay comfortable. Even the story of the Bilni is mentioned in the scriptures, isn't it? The story of the Bilni means that you can rise from anywhere. Whether you are a mother or a maiden, no matter if you are poor or rich, whether you are educated or not, with unwavering devotion, Lord Rama made his way to the humble abode of his dedicated devotee. What is the purpose of that song about Rama coming towards us? Lord Ram will personally come to you. Ram himself is coming. Why is he coming? Because she has a sense of devotion. All she has is berries. She sits there waiting, knowing that Ram will come one day. She holds no grudges against anyone. She doesn't engage in any spiritual practices or disputes. Despite her inability to walk, she has faith that Ram will visit. Her guiding principles are to avoid resentment and to stay quiet in her modest dwelling. Then Rama is coming. Recall the tale of the Bilni from our sacred texts. Her devotion was unmatched. Such souls are destined to attain profound wisdom. I have some personal anecdotes to share. At times, Ram appears as Ram, and at other times as Shyam. This isn't just a song. Where did this song come from? Can someone explain this song to me? They have made their songs forcefully, sometimes becoming Ram, sometimes becoming Shyam. Where will Ram come? How will Ram come? Ram is anything. In any case, share a few words. You children are aware that we have witnessed here, and all the swans of my hut will awaken from their sleep, and Lord Ram will make his divine appearance. All right, let us move forward. In our family, our devoted brother does not put in as much effort as his mother, who stays at home and works diligently with great dedication. He is a dedicated brother and a committed practitioner, though not quite to the extent of his mother. My brother received a present, but it felt like I had received it, so I decided to pass it on to our mother. Mother is quietly staying in Baba's room. After I finish my meal, I usually go to Baba's room, where I often find him behind the storage area. Such a feeling of devotion. Since the other brother had also given it to them, one of them took it, while the other chose not to take it. We should accept what we get from Baba's home because it is ours. Think of it as a habit of Madhuban, as we both gave it at the same time. His son made an offering, and I also made an offering, which means that she will continue to follow Baba's path. When the group gives, I tell the group not to give too much, just a little. When it comes to cooking, if we decide to prepare a meal, there are specific instructions for the brother, which is not to make anything extra just for me. Don't make anything extra for me. I will eat what is in the community kitchen. You children are aware that those who have shown the greatest devotion will also gain the deepest wisdom. From the very start, we have been dedicated, and as a result, Baba sends us to heaven first. These are the truths filled with knowledge. Indeed, we were the ones who worshipped, and then we became priests and descended. The children are taught all the knowledge. At this time, the whole world is atheist. They do not know the Father and say, neti neti. In the future, these ascetics and others will surely become believers. Becoming a believer means truly recognizing God, understanding the true nature of God, acquiring the true knowledge of God, comprehending the true aim of God. To truly embrace faith, even if a monk appears, many will still struggle to place their trust in him. They will claim that BK cast a spell on them, making his disciple fly on a donkey, and many such monks have come to you, only to disappear later. This whole scenario is indeed a wonderful drama, and it is quite fascinating. When Guru Vaswani Ji heard about this and learned more about Brahma Baba, he was extremely astonished and found it hard to believe. It happened that it seemed almost impossible for so many mothers and sisters to live together and follow such high standards and disciplines. So people were coming to see this, saying, I'll go and talk to them. Then, as you might recall from a story, their guru's disciples lay down in front of the car. See how elevated the soul was. Yet, it couldn't meet Brahma in person, even with the chance. Now, you children know everything from the beginning to the end, and you can imbibe it number-wise according to your efforts. The Father possesses all the knowledge, and you should have it too. The Father possesses knowledge, and you must have it too. The throne symbolizes the Father's complete knowledge. In essence, the soul seated on this throne is the epitome of complete knowledge. Today, we need to practice the throne yoga. We will continue to open many centers day by day. Children must become very compassionate. The Father says, be compassionate towards yourself. You need to open a center and become compassionate, but first, be compassionate to yourself. You will understand what true effort is. Changing yourself is so difficult, and then you will understand the challenges in front of you. It is very easy to give knowledge to others, especially for those who are instrumental. So many mothers, those who are part of the Gita study group, and the numerous teacher sisters present. I have a special request for all of you. It is important to pay special attention to nurturing, and this nurturing does not simply mean that God will descend into you. How do we practice yoga? How do we gain knowledge? How do we know our goals? And how do we rise above? Even now, it is so easy to move forward. First and foremost, be compassionate towards yourself with a selfless heart. If your own state is not stable, nothing will go smoothly each day. Listening to others is not that easy throughout the day sometimes. Sometimes we get 8, 10, or even 20 calls. It feels overwhelming when someone calls us in Madhuban. Most of the time, they bring their problems to us, and on those days, our early morning meditation might not be as strong, making it feel as though our energy has been drained while we sit in yoga. Listening all day, listening, someone's audio comes in, then something else from another. Replying to all is the worst. Someone even sends an audio in distress. And as we listen to it, it indeed carries energy, doesn't it? So, my friends, keep your stance firm as it is meant for everyone. When you step outside, you remain steadfast. We reside in Madhuban and still receive immense support. The outside world is filled with negativity, while you are the embodiment of positivity. It is essential to maintain your inner stability and not become harsh on yourself. If you are not working on your own self-betterment, you are being unkind to yourself. No matter how much you preach, set up centers, recite the Gita, organize exhibitions, or make donations, it should not hold any real importance. Show compassion for yourself. How is this explained? By remembering the Father, you become pure from impure. The only way to show compassion for yourself is to remember the Father. In other words, by remembering your Father through your connection, you elevate yourself from the lowest state to the highest, becoming as pure as Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan, and reaching your ultimate goal. Still, never strive to become fallen again. We need a clear vision. We, the Brahmins, are God's children. God has adopted us. Now, we must transform from humans to deities. First, we will become angelic beings. You are now becoming angels. The subtle world has been explained to the royal children. This is the talkie world. In the subtle world, there is a movie, the original world. You can direct your meditation towards this profound silence. I am a soul that embodies the highest form of silence in the realm of ultimate tranquility. In my divine homeland, there is an extraordinary and powerful presence that embodies supreme strength and transcendent form. In the original homeland, there exists a most supreme and powerful sacred state. Just as angels possess a form akin to the shadow of a ghost. Do you remember the teachings I shared about the three realms just a few days ago? Baba had previously explained the significance of the three realms as well. The first level, the first level, the first level of Paramdam, the first level of Sukshmavatan, and the first level of Mulvatan. And please make a note of this. We did not include it in the new title earlier. Baba referred to the first floor of Paramdam, and you can indeed add this title to Paramdam. Just like a ghost has a shadow body, but the soul does not get a body, so it keeps wandering. Such entities are called ghosts and can be seen with these eyes. Has anyone seen a ghost? Baba is explaining that it has a body made of shadows, and it has indeed been seen. No, that's all right. And now, many people often wonder, why do ghosts always have their hair loose? Or why do they always wear white dresses? They move around in this peculiar manner, and there is no one else, brother. Just like us, they exist in their own world, and we exist in ours. So why should they always be seen roaming around like this? Because you need to visualize this, the hair should be left loose and flowing. It represents a ghost, specifically a female ghost. So you must have observed that most of the time it's female ghosts, right? Male ghosts are rarely seen. Think about it. It's predominantly females, so their hair is loose and flowing. And why would they walk in such a manner? They have their own unique world, right? Just because you were told this, it then becomes a matter of the mind. Indeed, spirits exist, and they can be male as well. However, what we commonly hear about are the female ones. You are chuckling because you already know this. I don't mean to imply anything, but considering everything that has been discussed, I noticed her sitting there. Brother, why didn't you see her sitting there as well? So it is indeed there, right? All right, let's get to the core idea here. It's not just a figment of imagination, no. If Baba asserts its existence, then it certainly does. But when they talk to us about these things, they do not. What is the exact link between a ghost and these occurrences? Just as we have a word for soul, the soul has a word for its supreme abode. Similarly, ghosts exist in their own dimension, and have no interaction with us unless certain conditions arise. Baba explains that when a soul is without a body, it continues to wander aimlessly, not mentioning its original home. Any soul that commits acts of violence, ends its own life, or harms other living beings. When a soul departs from its body prematurely, it remains unsettled and roams until a new body is formed. Suicide is considered a very great sin. It is just like how we are all inside a box right now, where we can see each other but cannot touch. We can perceive each other's feelings and words, making it a very hard reality to comprehend. When a soul does not get a body, it wanders aimlessly and is called a ghost. These spirits can be seen with our physical eyes, or they might be subtle beings, angels residing in the subtle world, offering comfort. Those whom we speak to and see in the subtle world, we have our own accounts and records, and at times we may experience certain feelings. A profound method to address this is through spiritual practice and yoga. Purity, the power of yoga, spiritual practice, and purity. The better your power of yoga, the less these things matter because you have no accounts at all. A very dangerous man is passing by. He fights and argues daily. He passed right by you, but you kept no account of him. While walking, the knowledge should stay in the mind. We are residents of the supreme abode. We will travel through the subtle realm. This realm is formed during this time. First comes the subtle realm, then the physical one. Currently, we are in the confluence age, known as the divine era. You children should feel immense joy. Children, you should be so happy. Why should you be happy? This is called the divine era, the new title of the Purushottam confluence age. This divine age will first be the subtle realm, then the physical. The confluence age will be known as the divine age. The golden age will be called the divine era. You children should be very happy. When bad vision goes, you can reach the highest position. Now you are Brahmins. At this moment you are Brahmins, and you are also known as Brahmakumaris and Brahmakumaris. Thus, Brahmins and Brahminis, you must remember your spiritual responsibilities even when you are at home. Bad company can lead you astray and make you forget your true path. You are the blessed children of the Supreme Being, the Divine Swan. You are divine progeny. This title is truly magnificent and worthy of deep meditation. I am a divine swan, a child of the Supreme Being. You should not have any internal grudges. Understood? Internal grudges mean attachment. Now it's not like mom, dad, brother, sister. Leave them behind and sit here without any grudges. There should be no attachment. The more detached you remain, the more love you can give. If it remains, it will be called the bondage of attachment. Your duty is to make everyone pure. You are the ones who will transform the world into heaven. You are the ones who will transform the world into a heavenly paradise. Where are those demonic offspring of Ravana? And where are you, the divine children of God? To maintain your elevated state consistently, you must focus on making your condition steady and unchanging. You must practice observing everything as if you are not truly seeing it. In order to cultivate a state of equanimity, practice observing everything as if you are not truly seeing it. In order to make your state of being consistent, you need to look without actually seeing. In addition to this, what other practices should we adopt to harmonize our state and achieve consistency? The first topic to address is this. In this spiritual practice, it is essential to maintain a steady and unwavering mind, which indeed requires a significant amount of courage and effort. It takes a lot of effort. Always keep in mind that I need to put in the effort, and that's all there is to it. With dedicated effort, we can achieve what we seek, as I frequently share with you. There's a notable quote in this context, attributed to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, right? In regard to the brother who is writing, there is a deeply moving line in the poem that says, "Who will listen to the sobs of shattered dreams?" My dreams are now shattered, and my sobs are buried deep within me. To whom can I share these sorrows, and what can I even say? I am enveloped in sorrow, and my tears flow as a testament to my pain, but there is no one to hear my cries. So these are two lines from there. Very beautiful. Who will listen to the shattered dreams, whose inner self was torn apart, perched on the eyelids, and then, I will not give up, and I will not engage in any quarrels. I write and erase on the forehead of time, and I sing a new song, a song that is entirely new. So, let's add the last. Whatever I have, I will fight for it. My dreams are shattered, my hopes are broken, and it does not matter to anyone. Deep within, I realize my efforts, thoughts, and convictions are not yet strong enough. I can share with Baba alone. Others may not hear, and obstacles will continue. But I must not lose heart. I will sit again and persevere in my practice. Even if I struggle to connect in yoga, I will still sit and engage in the practice. When you achieve freedom from karmic bondage, it takes effort to perfect the vision. Becoming complete takes time. It will take some time. No need to worry. All right then, get ready. When you achieve a state of karmatit, your vision will change. It's all about the perspective, if it is a flawed perspective. There are some fluctuations, at times revealing imperfections or weaknesses. However, it's all right. You are putting in the effort, and I will give it more focus. In this, you need to be completely detached. The line must be clear. It should appear as if you do not see. This practice will lead to that elevated state. Currently, there is not much time left. Sannyasis do not even understand these things. It requires great effort here. You know that we have renounced this old world, and now we just have to go to the sweet silence home. No one else has this understanding. As much as you understand in your mind, you know you have to return. Shiva is the Supreme Father, the purifier, the liberator, and the guide. Krishna is not a guide. You are the army of the Pandavas. Now you are becoming like curd. You know that you have to return now, leaving this old body behind. The example of the bee and the example of the snake, all of these are being told to you at this time. You are now impractical. You are engaged in divine practices, specifically those related to the divine bee and the divine serpent. Consider the Quran. They were unable to engage in these activities, nor could people adopt such beliefs. You are aware that this place is akin to a graveyard, and it must be transformed into a paradise. Every single day is a fortunate day for you. Today, I sense it's an especially auspicious day for me, and this number holds a special significance as my lucky number. So starting today, if anyone feels the inclination to celebrate a birthday, let them celebrate mine every single day. You want to order cake and cut it every day. Let's see how long you can keep doing this. The ones you invite for your birthday, they might say, "Oh, we do not want to eat your cake." You host grand and elaborate parties, making sure to invite everyone. So every day is our lucky day, and the happiness here is immense. Just yesterday, I was talking to someone, and I said the same thing. Most of the time, those who show off excessively are deeply unhappy inside. Most of the time, showing off involves dressing up very nicely, repeatedly trying to impress others, and flaunting expensive items. Those who are deeply unhappy inside often show off. Well, my son achieved an impressive score of 90% in his exams. How much did you get? Oh, 89%. Just 1% less. So they aspire to be. They just need this, so they are not sad inside. A happy person never causes sorrow. It is the unhappy ones who give sorrow to others. And therefore, no matter what anyone says, just take a look at my bag. I purchased this item from Mufa. So, dear Mataji, can you please tell me what is the benefit of spending so much money on something that is so expensive? In Delhi, we offer two versions, both identical to the original. So, regardless of how wonderful or costly it may be, if you have the feeling that someone might notice and act on it, it becomes perilous. This is hazardous for your own spiritual state. Every day brings good fortune for you. You children are always considered lucky. On Thursdays, it is customary to have children attend school. This tradition has been followed for a long time. We are now imparting to you the knowledge of the eternal tree. The nature and existence of this tree span across countless lifetimes. This represents an infinite and boundless state. In the path of devotion, the states are finite, but now they are limitless. The second topic is that you must put in complete effort. Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan are not just one, they are part of a powerful lineage. This entire line can be written in the first 4 pages. You are in a state of vastness and should make a complete effort. Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan are not alone. They have a dynasty. May Lord Shiva, the Trimurti, shower his divine grace upon you, my cherished children. You are currently experiencing a profound state. This signifies that I am nurturing you with immense care. The divine is providing you with love and support. Therefore, put in your utmost effort with what you possess. It is not solely Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan who will attain this state. You too are among the foremost in the divine narrative. Surely they ruled the kingdom of the solar dynasty of Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan. In your intellect, as in their intellect, there is an immense focus on the goal. Stay attuned and mindful, as this belongs to me. Whenever these thoughts or words emerge, remember that they are truly mine. See how the Suryavanshi give the kingdom to the Chandravanshi. Parents wash the child's feet and bless them. How beautifully it is written that parents wash their child's feet and bless them with the kingdom. The place where you set your feet is not ordinary. It is very sacred. Wash your feet and sit. Similarly, when we get the responsibility to conduct yoga or recite Murlis at the center, we must be very attentive. That responsibility is like a throne of discipline. While you are seated there, avoid any conversations, actions, taunts, or glances that could undermine the sanctity of the throne, as this may result in you not being allowed to sit on it again in the future. While sitting on the platform, like during the recitation of the Gita, mothers should not point out anyone's faults. When a person's flaw or weakness is mentioned in the Murli, there are some individuals who will simply keep observing with their heads tilted. Eventually, they will come to understand that they need to get up and leave. This should not happen, as the teacher's sole purpose is to provide instruction and guidance. These parents nurture the child, this kingdom thrives, and all these experiences are part of the drama. You children do not need to worry about this. Remember the Father, become a Swadharma Chakra bearer, and help others become Swadharma Chakra bearers as well. So, do you spin the Dharma wheel? Give it a try today. Let me share how I do it. It usually happens in a light-hearted and spontaneous manner, even though I do not document it. So I start from here, seating the 5 forms, and my soul feels like a child who rings the doorbell and then runs away in excitement and mischief. So my soul first goes here, then here, then here, and then here like this. Then a little bit faster, but at first very slowly, taking your time and moving gradually. No aunties have come out from the 5 houses. Then quickly, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Then like this, like this, like this, like this. Then like this, like this, like this. When I sit and perform this practice, I find great joy in it. I start with 5-minute intervals, then gradually reduce to 4, 3, 2 minutes, and finally, I complete a rapid 1-minute cycle. Observe how swiftly it spins, similar to the rapid motion of a rotating knife blade. Mother then said, "Dear, please take this bottle gourd and peel it thoroughly." After about half an hour, Mother came back. "I am already doing it, but please try to make it go a little bit faster." All right. Kempty has gone all right. Chakra means when something spins rapidly, it doesn't imply that the memory should always remain constant. It doesn't mean you must adhere strictly to what I've instructed. May his memory remain constant, constantly, the cycle constantly. Striving for perfection indeed requires a great deal of effort, and it takes considerable time to achieve completeness when one reaches a state of being beyond actions. It is at that point that you can proceed with detachment. Now let us move forward and reflect on the chart that has been provided, ensuring that we continue to advance with a clear and focused mind. Observe as if you don't see. Only those who master this will achieve the highest state. Currently, there is a bit of disarray. The ascetics find these teachings difficult to grasp, which makes it quite demanding. You are aware that we have renounced this old world. Our goal now is to reach the abode of sweet silence. No one comprehends this as deeply as you do. Baba says that it is so easy for you, my children, and how effortlessly you can understand this. Now, the Father narrates the true teachings of the Gita to you with great love and care. You children must become true Brahmins who hold the Swadharma chakra, and you also need to help others become the same. As descendants of Brahma, you are the true Brahmins who hold the Swadharma chakra. The scriptures often depict many violent acts associated with the Swadharma chakra. Now, the Father is narrating the true Gita to you children, and this should be understood clearly. To understand means to have a clear idea of oneself, the Father, and the goal. You should also make only one book. Why make a separate book on yoga? However, nowadays, yoga is very popular, so they keep the name so that people come. Even the final judges will see yoga connects to one Father. You will also understand that the light of yoga gradually illuminates those who listen. They will find fulfillment in their own dharma. Those people will also come to understand. All right, sweet, loving children, the spiritual father and grandparents send their love and good morning. To the spiritual children, the spiritual father and grandparents send their love and good morning. Greetings. The essence of dharana is to be compassionate towards oneself. Keep your vision pure and elevated. The divine has chosen humanity to evolve into divine beings. Therefore, the thought of becoming impure should never arise. To attain a complete state of miraculous power, one must always practice being detached. In this world, even while seeing everything, one must not see. This practice will help create a stable state. May you be a soul endowed with all riches, who accumulates the blessings of Padmas with every step you take. I noticed a little bit. I don't know if you did or not. For the past 4 days, a particular point about the chart has been consistently appearing in the Murli. Those children who take each step while keeping the remembrance of the Father in their hearts accumulate the treasure of Padmas with every move they make. Now, you are revising the points from Baba's chart. and it is perfectly fine to do so. The words remain exactly the same as before. The children who take steps while remembering the Father accumulate the earnings of Padmas with each step. Only during this confluence age can one find the treasure of Padmas. We may not even realize it, but it has been shared with many people how many zeros are in one Padma. Consider 15 units of jaggery, and in the entire economy of India, how many zeros are there? 12. In other words, if you combine all the wealth of India and then multiply it 1,000 times, only then will you get one Padma. Here at Baba's feet, there are countless blessings. Today, everyone must write how many blessings there are. Write it down so our YouTube brothers and sisters can see. All right, let us plant one, and then I will proceed to do it in English for you, starting with 1, then 10, and then 100, like this. Take a moment to reflect deeply on this significant juncture, considering whether it involves tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, lakhs, tens of lakhs, crores, tens of crores, billions, tens of billions, trillions, or even tens of trillions, and truly grasp the magnitude of what you are contemplating. It is only during this confluence age that you receive the treasure of the lotus earnings. The confluence age is the time to accumulate. Right now, you can accumulate as much as you want. Each step, or even each second, should not go by without accumulating, meaning nothing should be wasted. Always ensure your storehouse is overflowing and nothing is missing. Cultivate this habit now, and in the future, you will possess endless treasures. The slogan is, instead of getting upset over any matter, sit on the seat of being knowledgeful. Do not get upset. All right? Everyone, stay mindful. We do not know what will happen, but nothing will go wrong. Everything will be fine. There is no reason to be upset. We are doing the right thing. While those who engage in wrongdoing are fearless, why should we be afraid when we are acting with righteousness and love? We must be willing to stand up for our faith, just as we must be ready to defend our love. We must stand firm and fight for our beliefs and principles. One of our brothers recently joined our congregation. So, in the department where they are stationed, they often prepare various items downstairs in Shantivan. They mentioned to me, "You don't eat what we prepare. Do you consider us untouchable now?" "So," he inquired, and I responded plainly, "Brother, it's straightforward. Baba has cooked this in our sacred kitchen. It is not meant for the Shudras. It aligns with our beliefs. If we are not meant to consume it, then we simply won't. That settles it. I am not a monkey or a juggler to make everyone happy by dancing. I am a king. Not everyone can be pleased by me." In that world of complete purity, when all souls attain complete purity, they will be happy. So, in any situation, stay on the throne of knowledge. If you are a person who loves deeply, you do not seek out a warrior. Rather, you search for another who shares that profound love. This is the essence of true love. Mahateshwari Ji's invaluable great sayings are that half the cycle is knowledge, Brahma's day, and half the cycle is devotion, Brahma's night. Half the cycle is the night of Brahma, half the cycle is the day of Brahma, and half the cycle is the night of Brahma. Now the night is ending, and the dawn is approaching. The Supreme Soul arrives to dispel the darkness and usher in the light of knowledge. Devotion brings darkness. As the song goes, "Take me far away from this sinful world to a place where the mind finds peace." This world is full of restlessness and lacks peace. In liberation, there is neither tranquility nor turmoil. The realm of truth is a land of serenity, a place everyone yearns for. So now you are journeying towards this peaceful world. No impure soul can enter there. In the end, they are freed from karma's bondage by facing Dharmaraj's consequences and carry pure sanskars. There, neither impure sanskars exist nor sin. When the soul forgets its true father, It gets trapped in the endless game of winning and losing in the maze of illusion. When the soul forgets its true father, it becomes entangled in this eternal game of illusion, the endless cycle of winning and losing. Therefore, by drawing strength from this almighty supreme soul, we conquer our vices and claim the kingdom for many lifetimes to come. So, what did Mama say about liberation, life liberation, the day of Brahma, and the night of Brahma there? I cannot go at night in an impure state. When I go above, I will face Taram Raja's punishment. I will complete my sentences and take pure sanskars, not holy ones. That is a very good line. Please read it again. Very well. Peace be with you. There was quite a bit of confusion when it came to announcing the results, as everyone performed exceptionally well. Yet, many people had a very good experience, among which the attendance was particularly notable. Amrit Vela's Amandeep Mataji, Shailja Mataji, Hetal Mataji, Sashi Mataji, and Sital Mataji, Poonam Mataji from the United Kingdom, along with Brother Milind and Brother Amit, are in good spirits. Their attendance has been consistently excellent, although they do not record my name for Amrit Vela. The prizes will be awarded for 3 criteria. First, for continuous Chintan practice, Manjusha Mataji has successfully completed it for all 27 days. Let's give our congratulations to Mataji. When Manjushra Mataji first came, she did not know how to do Chintan. So she kept asking everyone, how is this done? How is this done? How is this done? So from that time, the intention was that this soul should learn. Many times I was there because she kept asking me. So first, she would ask once and then again and again. Then I said, Mataji, write something down and then come back. Then she would write something and come back, saying, brother, is this okay? Is this okay? And so on. So many times I have mentioned these initial talks. Now I think it's been over 3 to 4 years. I have shown a little interest in learning something new, and now the situation is such that she hasn't missed a single Chintan session throughout the past year, which is truly commendable. So, I am pleased to announce that the first prize in Chintan has been awarded to Manjusha Mataji. All right, moving on to the second prize. What we have determined is that the duration is 8 hours. Now, who has managed to complete the full 8 hours? In this particular instance, Chetna Mataji has demonstrated remarkable dedication and perseverance, achieving an impressive milestone over the span of 28 days. We completed an 11-day, 8-hour session. We also extend our heartfelt congratulations to Madhaviji, and in addition, for those who have set their goals, I observe that everyone follows their own routine. I too have established my own objectives. Some days may vary, but the overall target will be achieved. However, consistently working on a daily target is a significant accomplishment. Rajri Mataji has performed exceptionally well and has managed to achieve her target every single day for a continuous period of 28 days. So, congratulations to these 3 individuals who are in the first, second, and first positions. They have consistently practiced yoga for 6 hours daily, which means sitting for 6 hours every day. I understand firsthand how demanding it is to sit for 6 hours daily. It is truly an impressive feat. These mothers belong to a special group who managed to accomplish this despite the difficulties of being at home. While I don't have extensive details about Rashri Mataji, I am familiar with Chetna Mataji and Manusha Mataji. How do they manage to achieve this? How to move forward? And today, gradually, we have reached this level. So the same thing applies to all of you. You all are doing very well. If you give a little more attention and effort, it will be even better. Amrit Vela attendance was complete, and your names were consistently called out at 5 and 6. All right, Om Shanti, a big congratulations to everyone. All right, what was today's practical homework? First, focus your meditation on the concept of a throne. Visualize yourself as a soul seated on this throne at the center of your forehead. Keep this throne in your awareness. Reflect on whose throne it is. First, let's identify what needs to be done. Next, let's move on to the second step. So, after doing the meditation with the throne, we need to meditate on all three realms: the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor of the Supreme Abode. So, we need to concentrate on practicing silence, movie yoga, and talking yoga. Additionally, it's crucial for everyone to extract all the points related to heaven and the Supreme Abode from today's Murli, ensuring to understand and reflect on them deeply. All right, Om Shanti. All right, make it separately, brother. They will never allow us to live peacefully and without worry. By the way, do you know what Brahma Baba enjoyed eating during his lifetime? There was a particular occasion when our respected brother Braj Mohan decided to embark on a visit. So Baba was happily drinking something. Brother Braj Mohan asked, Baba, what are you drinking? Dear child, come on in. It's really delightful here. They mentioned it's excellent, so why not join us and experience it yourself? Brother, what's there to live for? It's juice, come on. Brother Brij Mohan thought it must be great since Baba was enjoying it. So Baba poured a little bit for him. He drank it and it was so bitter. It was bitter gourd juice. So Brij Mohan Bhai Ji used to mention that even in the smallest of things, Baba had a very positive attitude, and he particularly enjoyed drinking bitter gourd juice. Baba was diabetic, you know. Baba had a special liking for it. Baba had a fondness for khichdi and papad, and he also enjoyed drumstick, which we commonly refer to as sajan ki fali. It is also referred to as drumstick, and in English it is called moringa pods, which are quite popular and well known. He had a special fondness for dishes like Sindhi curry, which he enjoyed very much. In the Bandara, the Marwari potatoes are prepared by first adding mustard seeds and cumin seeds, then cutting the small potatoes into pieces and frying them in a pan. You should add a little salt later on, because the potatoes themselves release salt and water, and they need to be cooked in their own steam. And I cannot quite recall what else I had because it feels like I have entered a new life. All right, let us express our gratitude to Baba.